Game code provided by Capcom. There's also spoiler free. I ain't showing nothing past the first 2 sections of the game for the sake of y'all because I want y'all to play this. But I got a question. How good are you at multitasking? Can you really pat your head and rub your stomach at the same time? Well, enter Pragmata.
Oh my god! Ooh! That's
Kadoosh.
Ooh! X. Hold on, Diana, got that sauce!
Pragmata is so far my game of the year, even after playing Resident Evil 9, aka Resident Evil Requiem. This game does everything I love about video games within just playing the first hour of it. Combined with a daughter-father-like dynamic, fast-paced gunplay and combat, and with the twist of adding an extra layer of strategy, makes Pragmata one of the most unique, fun single-player action-adventure games I've played in a while. That being said, even though I think this will all of my heart, I can also see in few areas Pragmata might not be for everyone, and I strongly believe that's okay. The story of Pragmata, but ghetto and in less than 60 seconds. Since this is a spoiler-free review, I'ma just hit y'all with the bare minimum and tell you if I like it for real, okay? Let's get it. Hugh works for space people. That man broke. He need money. Hugh goes on space mission. Everything goes wrong. Hugh falls, then finds Diana, the girl with the cool blue bubble jacket, little Gucci, you feel me? Now along the way, he starts to connect with Diana. Hugh finds out that his station's AI turned evil. So now he gotta go back to Earth to figure out what in the hell is going on. The end. Now, do I like the story? Hell yeah, it's a fun time, and them talking to each other is like a family, which is really peak. There are even heart-wrenching moments that made even older me almost tear up and be like, that is wholesome. It's the most wholesome, dead serious story, and as Capcom can get. Here's a moment that I'm talking about. Oh my god, that is beautiful. I don't know why this game's so wholesome-ish, but you turn the game on and you see this. Yeah, this got love put into it. So it's peak. The gameplay of Pragmata. Pragmata's gameplay is a third-person sci-fi action game though. Pragmata gameplay was very unique and it's very fun and it just makes me smile. Gameplay instantly reminded me of the Worlds with You on the Nintendo DS back in the day. With that being said, being able to do a thing called cross-lateral coordination or simply just being able to dual task. It's pretty much been able to use both hands and doing a motion at the same time. That is exactly what Pragmata gameplay boils down to. Even if you feel like something is inherently just easy, the challenge is the world and where you are, where you have to fight enemies in. Sometimes they put you in a closed box and you have to think fast, and other times they give you giant open areas where you fight a whole bunch of enemies while tackling different things going on at the same time. Playing with Hugh, he does all the gun, shoot, and movement stuff, while Diana, you have to use the little puzzle hacking to literally attack the enemies and immobilize them. The better you are at mastering how to do that, the way better time you will have in combat. One cool thing in the game is with Diana is at a certain point you do get like multi-node hacking. If you look at Diana's grid, you have certain items that you can go through to help boost the time and damage you get from doing a successful hack. I'll even show you guys an early example where the game tries to throw enemies at you that makes the hacking very harder. So now you have to interact with Hugh to shoot the things at his face to destroy him to gain hacking privileges and more space to play and do things with Diana. I believe everybody played football at least once in their life. Everyone can learn how to throw a football, but when you put players and people chasing you down, getting ready to tackle you, can you act before they get to you is the other task at hand. And that's the definition of what Pragmata is. I'm playing Pragmata on a standard difficulty, and yes, if you beat the game, there is an extra difficulty mode that is even harder. I can personally speak from experience that was cooking me early on learning how to do this. I'm also playing on keyboard and mouse, and the game works really well. It's just this is my first time ever playing a game like this on keyboard and mouse rather controller. So it was a fresh new experience to me altogether. If you die during one of these missions, you go back to the next closest checkpoint or get sent back to the shelter. And then you can pick the location and go back to the closest area where you may have died. If you're a person that thinks you could just shoot and then just hack everything, you got to be aware of the surroundings and also move around while doing almost everything. Exploration. So Pragmata's structure is really well done, and it goes something like this. You travel those subsections of the map, they are pretty much just giant open world areas. The loop of the gameplay along the way is you fight different enemies, and then you tackle different puzzles to progress. Now midway through each of these open areas, you'll get this giant gate with 4 to 5 different sections to it that you have to go find and unlock to that area's final boss. So at that point, you then have to go around to multiple towers and challenges to unlock them. The dope part while playing is that there are hidden items such as REM or REM. You will see on the map that these are like hologram globes. The beauty of these globes is that they unlock unique and dope interactions with Diana back in the game's central hub area, aka the shelter. Now after I unlocked the first one, I want to get all of them. But don't worry, if you miss something along the way, you can always just go back and do it. Seriously, the REM things is probably one of the most strong, important connecting things in this game. Here's a moment of what I'm talking about.
Let me ask you something. Just how smart are you?
Smart? What's that supposed to mean? I don't have any special add-ons installed.
So you don't know anything about what's going on here?
Yep, no idea.
So you're about as useful as a chatbot, huh?
Now in these giant subsection open world like maps, if you want to upgrade your characters, you have to explore each level intensely. In each area of the map, there are hidden upgrade components used for upgrading your health, gunplay, and Diana's hacking ability. Sometimes the little yellow orange cubes could be in more of the craziest hidden spots or in an area where enemies will spawn, so it's up to you if you really want that upgrade component. And Luna Filament is what you get every time you defeat an enemy, open up certain chests, because it gives you more mod slots for either weapons, hacking, new abilities, and attachments. The mods of Pragmata change the game completely because you have different ways to tackle every area. Some mods just give you better health overall, while some mods can increase the timing on your dodge abilities or Diana's hacking time. I want to let everyone know that for my rig and my build, Pragmata ran flawlessly, beautifully even. I am running on a GTX 4060 Ti with over 128 gigabytes of RAM, and I have to completely say that this game ran almost to perfection and very flawless in every department. I was also very shocked how fast the shaders compiled compared to a lot of other Capcom games recently that I've played with, such as Monster Hunter Wilds and etc. Because this is crazy. I literally got into the game and I had to double take in real time, in real life. Super happy about that. Capcom, you did your thing. All in all, Pragmata is a very fun game. Personally for me, I love the gameplay loop and I love everything about the story, the structure, and everything else in between. I can personally see people not vibing with having to play two things at once essentially, and could be more frustrating for some rather than others. However, over here, it's a peak game, and it's personally one of my favorite games of 2026 right now. Thank you Capcom for giving me this opportunity to review Pragmata early. And I'm out. Peace.
And I swear I never felt